primarily what happens with the plumbing leak is water is visually you can see water, and then plumber comes in, stops the leak, and people put towels or whatever and they wipe it off. What happens if you involve us after that incident is we will be able to find if there is water trapped under the floor, in the drywall, and in your insulation behind the drywall, which sometimes goes up. So we found, this is what we do. We actually educate you by using, this is a thermal camera. And it can detect water from a distance. So this is one of the tools that we use. The second thing we use is we have specialized moisture meter. I know it's like a tons of text. So this is called a Reachmaster. It's a German company. So if I have to get to a ceiling and I don't have a step stool with me, I can use this. I have additional moisture meter. So the point is that within a few minutes, we will educate you, the homeowner. We'll show you exactly if there is a problem. A lot of times there's no problem. And if there's a problem, we'll describe the process that you can go through so you can make an intelligent decision. That's the goal. And it's free. So anytime you invite us, it doesn't mean that we're going to rack up a huge bill, we're going to tear up your house or any of that. But it's very important to know, because if you find out several weeks later, and now you want that repair done, your insurance is not going to cover it because you didn't take timely action. So the reason why you call us in for a free inspection is to protect yourself. Okay. Now, here's what I wanted to do with the presentation. I know that I had a coffee break with Ben, and Ben explained that since I've been away for a few weeks, missing the meetings, you guys have been talking about AI tools. So yesterday, since it was, instead of doing a standard presentation, I said, I'm going to show you how simple AI tools can be and how productive it can be for all of us. One of the ways I use AI tools is many of you know, I have no background in construction. I'm a cost accountant. For 40 years, I've been an accountant, a consultant. I got into this business thanks to BTN. So I'm always ignorant about a lot of the construction processes. And I get very frustrated when a client is given a bill by one of my team members or a subcontractor, which is just 2-line, $4,000. What are you going to do for $4,000? Well, it's take it or leave it. That's the attitude of the subcontractor. So what I've been doing is I've been using AI tools to write down the problem. How do you solve this problem? And it writes it out. And then I copy and paste into the estimate. Now the client has a full step-by-step of what the subcontractor is going to do instead of that 2-line. So that's one use of it. I found it to be extremely useful to just educate homeowners, because my approach has been education, as I just mentioned about the moisture meter. So I explained to them how a moisture meter works in a simple language, right? If I did it directly, it would probably come out too complicated. But with the AI tool, I can say, talk like a 5th grader, do it like a 6th grader, whatever. So here's what I did. I'm going to demonstrate the entire presentation on a video format using AI tool. Everything was written by AI. So I went to there and I said, write me a script for my speech today. I want to talk about what I do for homeowners. Here are the steps I go through. I follow a plumber. I work with an insurance claim adjuster. So I just put all the stuff out there to the AI tool. It wrote basically a screenplay, a video script. And that video script, I turned it into a video. And all of it was done in less than an hour. The longest thing was for me to get my story out as to what I wanted to do. Okay. So my story is, if you guys are interested, it's right here. This is the story. This is what a restoration company does. And I turned this into a video, okay? Actually, those blue ones. So here, sorry.
I think he wants to.
So basically, this is it.
Hello,
Yeah, this one.
Here we
this
go.
is Coast View Restoration Team. We are a top-rated water, fire damage repair, and restoration company proudly serving Los Angeles, Orange, Riverside, and San Bernardino counties for over 20 years. Our first priority is getting your house and your personal property restored in a timely manner. Water damage can be a nightmare for any homeowner. The costs, the stress, and the uncertainty can be overwhelming. But there's hope. With the right restoration contractor, you can get your home back to its original condition. And in many cases, the costs are fully reimbursed by insurance. Here's a homeowner who has just experienced water damage in their home. And they're speaking with a restoration contractor to understand the costs and the process.
Can you explain to me what the costs will be for restoring my home?
Sure, I'd be happy to explain. First, it's important to understand that plumbing leaks and repairs are typically paid for by the homeowner as normal repairs. Coast View Restoration Team will conduct an initial inspection and prepare a report to submit to the homeowner's insurance company. This report will help the insurance adjuster understand the extent of the damage and determine if it's a covered claim. The insurance adjuster has approved the water damage claim as a covered claim. They discuss the type of coverage and limits, including Property A, additional living expenses, additional structures, damages, and replacement of personal property. Coast View Restoration Team also protects the homeowner's personal property by carefully inventorying it via digital photographs and packing it to be safely stored and restored. Coast View Restoration Team discusses the process of immediate stabilization and protection from mold and wood rot damage. This includes the use of equipment such as 360-degree camera documentation, moisture meters, thermal cameras, and equipment to extract water, dehumidifiers, air scrubbers, and air movers. All of these costs are fully reimbursed by the homeowner's insurance coverage. An independent lab is brought in to conduct environmental testing to ensure that any cutting of drywall, flooring, or ceiling is not hazardous and complies with the California AQMD 1403 for health and safety for the homeowner and restoration contractors team. If necessary, any resulting asbestos cleanup is handled by a specialized independent abatement company. And any material that might contain asbestos is safely disposed of. Coast View Restoration Team set up containment using zip wall and expedite the drying process to prevent and protect the home from mold and wood rot. The entire drying process is monitored and complies with the science of psychrometrics. Call us today, 949-806-3300. Thank you.
So there was a lot of grammatical errors, but you have to realize I just did it to show you guys.
That's
That it is
incredible.
so simple. Okay, and the cost, and I did not use any free account. The script was written for $20 a month. The script was written for $20 a month. And the video was done for $20 a month. So 2 subscriptions of $40. Monthly subscription, it's discounted if you pay for a year. So there's really no excuse, as I heard Raphael must have said multiple times, for us not to use these tools. You don't have to hire writers, you don't have to hire advertisers. The way the program works is through a series of prompts. So you can tell it, as an expert marketer, you could start, that's a prompt. Describe how you would, the benefits of custom cabinetry versus stock cabinet. You know, and then Chat GPT will write out the 4 or 5 things, and you say you don't like it, you can tell it to redo it, regenerate it multiple times, all within seconds. So, okay,
Crazy.
yeah. So we should all use it, and if you want my help, I'll be happy to help, but I think some of you already know how these tools are used.
Can I say something on that too?
Sure.
There's a lot of other ones also besides ChatGPT. You got Jasper out there.
Yeah.
But the great thing with these things too is all the blogging that it does. It's creating unique blogs every time. So it's actually ranking for Google with those specific blogs and these things as well. So it's
My whole thing is education, you know, go ahead.
No, how would you, could you demonstrate, open the.
Yeah.
Just for them to see and ask for anyone, just write some.
What are the proper steps to painting a bedroom? I'll do it.
I can do it.
Okay, so let me see.
Use that capacity right now. Can't get in without a tight account.
I think you have to go back,
No, we need to sign in, so let me sign in.
I've heard that they have a technology.
I don't think you're gonna get in. Their capacity.
Well, when you pay $20, you don't have to worry
Oh,
about
you've got a tight account?
Yeah, I paid $20 and I can get in anytime.
Gotcha.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But all it is that just like you use Google, like you search, right, in Google. So you open Chat GPT, gives you a prompt, and you search, but you can write a whole paragraph of search things.
If you do copy.ai, you can do the blog parts as well. So copy.ai for free, if you go into that, you can go ahead and give it some things and they'll do it.
right now,
Right
about paint
Yeah, yeah.
bedroom.
I can log in.
Step
I
by
wrote a few
step.
blogs off of it. It's really good. You can organize your thoughts off of it, like how to flip a home. It gave me all the steps and I just rearranged them and edited them. It's super quick.
How do I log in here? Huh?
Another tab here in Safari. Try up there.
I actually have a subscription,
Doing my own.
but this one, it's saying it's capacity. But anyway, if any of you want to know how I use it, I'll be happy to show you. I don't even have to be face to face, we can do it remotely.
That's where it does
But,
that.
But I've checked, like, you know, like these guys are saying, there's like, close to 40 of these different, tools. And, I have somebody in my family who's like a noted filmmaker. The guy, literally started the whole thing about green screen, and, his name is, Sid Dutton. He's like in the Academy Awards. He's using it. He's using a tool called Midjourney. So you basically tell it an idea. Let's say you have an idea of an artwork, but you haven't had time to put it in, you know, buy the brushes and do anything. It will create it for you. At least it'll get you started. So it'll overcome writer's block, artist block, you know, all kinds of stuff. And so it's not just the video. There's lots of tools that we should use for business just to save time and help our clients.
So just have it write a book for you, right? Yeah.
It will write a book for you, as you know very well. Yeah. So all of you, actually, everybody seems to have used some of it. Right.
Like I typed in on copy.ai, how to remove lead-based paint, keywords, lead-based paint, painting cost, in the tone of friendly. And then it gives me a whole blog that I could do on how to remove lead-based paint, take steps to avoid bringing in dust and debris from the outside world, test the lead contamination at the end. It gets you, and you could regenerate it in a variety of different posts. But yeah, copy.ai is a little quick.
But it also will write software, which is really cool for us. So you can tell it, I want it to generate the code for it. It will write the entire code for you. So they said, I was watching one of these presentations where Tesla, the self-driving car, there's a head of development programming. He's supposed to be like a genius guy. And he was on a panel and he described how 80% of the work that he's doing, he's getting his software to do the work. 80% of the self-driving car programming. So it basically increases your productivity by 20%, you know, 200 pounds.
Yesterday, just an example for, I was listening a podcast from Mark Cuban about the cost plus, the new business that he's doing with the health industry. And since I do cost plus for my jobs, I start paying attention to what was going on. And then it's about getting the trust from the homeowner. That will be more benefit in the long term instead of money, stuff like that. And after listening the podcast, you know what are the most common mistakes that a general contractor does in the job site? Because if I'm getting the trust from the homeowner, I want to explain what happened, right, every day with other contractors to warn them how to avoid that. So I went to GPT and write about most common general contractors mistake, and there was a list of 10 items that I'm thinking to, make a flyer, a brochure, and have in my showroom, the trade show, say informative stuff. So it's another example that things that could help us, our business, and do what we want to do. If you have a strategy, if you know where you're going, and I know you work with cost plus too, I think is a very powerful tool that can help reduce the time of all the stuff that you have to do on a regular basis.